Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a disc of absolutely appalling orchestral music by Hermano Wolf-Ferrari, 1876 to 1948. Now, I do sympathize with this man. It's very difficult to be a composer when your name promises more than your music ever delivers. I mean, come on. Wolf-Ferrari. Wow. I mean, should be hot stuff, right? Well, boy, oh boy, this guy is the ultimate musical nebbish. He really is. It's total non-interesting, gray, dreary, droopy. I mean, you got Wolf, the German part. You got Ferrari, the Italian part. But all he does is noodle around. I mean, his music runs the expressive gamut from Spätzle to Linguini. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. I mean, I love the overture to the Secret of Susanna, Il Segreto di Susanna. You know, of course, that's hopeless because you know what Susanna's secret is. Her secret is that she smokes. Well, boy, is that not a plot that's going to fly in this day and age. So because she smokes, she's always slinking off and her husband thinks she's cheating on him. You know, it's a little comic bauble that's about an hour long. And the fact that he can't figure out that she smokes, which I mean, I live with a guy who smokes. Trust me, you could tell when someone smokes. And you know, says something about the prevailing standards of personal hygiene in those days that he never notices that she smokes. But it's a charming work with a delicious little overture. I enjoy the suite from the Jewels of the Madonna. That's a bloodthirsty Verismo thing, and it's full of tawdry fun. It really is. And there was the opera Sly, which had its moments. I mean, as an opera composer, there are some things here and there. But as a composer of orchestral music, the guy was hopeless. Couldn't write a tune to save his life. Couldn't orchestrate these pieces. All right, let's start with Suite Veneziana. Well, from 1935. I mean, all this is from the end of his life when he basically had given up, obviously. I mean, you know, Veneziana, Venice. It should have like, you know, Venetian things, right? It is just one dreary, droopy piece after the next. It has four atrociously dull movements, and it is the most forgettable thing you've ever heard in your life. I mean, in all of these pieces, there's like a moment. They're mostly written for chamber orchestra, for strings. As every so often a harp comes in, it goes whoop with a glissando, and you just go, ah, what was that? You know, I mean, it's so out of place in such a colorless setting. I mean, at the end of, what's this other thing? The Divertimento in D major, Opus 20. You know, he's only up to Opus 20, mind you, and it's already 1936, so he's in his 60s or 70s or something, you know. Finally, the clarinet gets a tune. I mean, who even knew a clarinet was there? I mean, you know, it's just essentially string textures with... there's something just so amateurish about it. I don't know how to describe it. And then there's this thing called Triptychon in E major, 15 minutes long. This guy does not know how to end anything. The music just putters along. And Triptychon has some pretty moments, but it's got a cymbal crash. It's got, you know, some chorale business. It's some vaguely religious something or other. And you think it's over. And then it starts again. You realize that was just the B section. We have to hear the A stuff all over again. And it's just, oh. And then there's this Arabesques in E minor. I mean, 11 minutes, who cares? It's just awful. You know me, right? You know I love unfamiliar music. I love unknown composers. I am the most passionate advocate for people who deserve recognition. He does not deserve recognition. He deserves oblivion, total, complete oblivion. He should be cast into the pit. There's his manuscripts following after him. And then, of course, you know, the Oviedo Filarmonía under Friedrich Haider plays they're fine. They're fine. I was in Oviedo at an academic conference a couple of years ago. It's a beautiful little town, lovely town in the north of Spain. It has the best the best ham you've ever had in your life. It's like the pork capital of Spain. It's amazing. But all that aside, and the orchestra is good. And the orchestra plays quite well. But wow, what a lost cause this guy is. This is on Naxos, by the way. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I came to this disc really excited and predisposed to love it and get behind it and give it, some real passionate advocacy for all you folks. But all I can say is, no way. And it's not because of the performances of the sonics or anything. The music is just unbelievably dreary. There's no other word for it. That's it. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.